Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the newest version of Backtrack, which is Backtrack 5. A little background about Backtrack. Uh, it's basically most commonly used as a live CD and specializes in penetration testing software, which all comes preloaded on it. So it's a really useful environment to get used to if you're going to be doing a lot of penetration testing or things related to that. Contains things to attack networks, binaries, really any kind of tools you would ever need. And so I'm going to really show you about a little preview on Backtrack 5 and some of the new features about it. So the first thing we're going to need to do is head over to the Backtrack website, which is backtracklinux.org. And as you can see, they redesigned their website a little bit. It looks pretty nice. So Backtrack 5 was released. And so we're going to head down and download it. So we're going to do images. And first we're just going to look at what it looks like. So you can see a few screenshots of what's going on here. It's based on KDE and GNOME. They basically redid the whole thing. And it's really interesting because it looks a lot nicer than the original. So when you want to download it, you have the option to register it, and that helps them get some information about who's using it. I already did that, so I'm just going to do this now. And I also like the new download screen, which allows you to select the different disk images based on different forms. So my personal favorite is GNOME, so you can select that, and you can select the architect of what you're trying to get it on. You can do 32-bit. You can select between a VMware or an ISO, which you can burn to a CD or a pen drive. I'm just going to select ISO. And then you can either do a direct download or torrent. And since it's a pretty hot item right now, I'm just going to go for torrent. So click to download. And basically it's going to ask you if you want to give them info about it. Again, I already did this. I'm going to select no now. And it's going to download it, and you can open that up in transmission. I already have that downloaded. So now what we're going to do is go and burn it to a live CD, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use it. Alright, let's go to that now. Alright, so I booted up into Backtrack, and the first thing I actually noticed was how fast it is. I mean, I have it installed on a flash drive, but regardless, it's just really fast. I mean, here I am, I'm going to open up Firefox, and a pretty heavy-duty browser, and it's really responsive. Even the booting sequence, it took probably less than a minute to go from actually boot to getting a command line where I can enter commands in. So what I'm going to do is just basically give a little overview of what's new on here, some things that I liked. The first thing I liked was obviously the new desktop. I mean, it uses GNOME. This was one of the options. You could either use GNOME or KDE. And I really like the layout. I mean, you have it's set up into accessories, Backtrack, Internet, Office, other, sound and video, and Wine, which was I'm glad Wine's installed on default because a lot of tools that don't run on Linux natively, you can easily install using Wine now. It has the normal systems and administration for a GNOME desktop, and it has a lot of utilities that you can use. So to get the internet started, the easiest way, actually easier from last time, it uses the same Wi-Fi manager, is WICD Network Manager, and you can just open that up. I have it opened up in the other thing over here, and you can connect to the different wireless networks you have, and it makes it a lot easier than the one where you had to start up the network. This starts up automatically, so I don't have to worry about that. So now Backtrack itself, the tools it has. The first thing I really liked was exploitation tools, social engineering tools, and the social engineering toolkit. The social engineering toolkit is one of my favorite tools actually because it has a lot of features that Metasploit doesn't include, which is the actual delivery. So what I liked here is the social engineering toolkit web method. In this case, it opens up a port on your computer, and you can go there in Firefox, and it takes the entire social engineering toolkit system and makes it so that it's run here. So it's 44444. Alright, so it looks just like a SecManiac website, and so here are the options up here. You have spear phishing, web attack, infectious media, mass mailer, teen CHID, Wi-Fi attack, and then you can use it to update it. So even once Backtrack starts getting out of date, you can update it that way. So if you want to scroll down, you can look at the information. Thanks to Dave. So let's look at the web attack, which is one of my favorites. Specifically a Java applet vector, and basically you enter the site to clone here, google.com. You can actually use a browser attack exploit, and there's a whole bunch of different kinds you can choose from. It gives you a lot more power over it than the command line social engine toolkit, which is an interesting way to do it. Payload options, so you can select from different kinds. Just like before, reverse TCP interpreter is best for Windows. It's usually only for the Java applet, and you also have the choice to import your own. The encoding options and the port and all the other types of options that you have on the command line, such as using it for OS X and Linux. So there we have the social engine toolkit interface. I'll kill that and exit out. Alright, so next let's take a look at privilege escalation. Password attacks. It contains a nice list of offline attacks to crack passwords on a local computer. It also contains online attacks such as Hydra, Medusa. Pretty standard stuff, same as the other kind. A couple different VoIP attacks, voice and surveillance attacks. And these are useful if you're looking for some kind of privilege escalation through getting passwords. Spoofing attacks, which are good to use. I also wanted to look at reverse engineering. It contains a lot of tools that you can use, actually. It has the GNU debugger right here, which I actually have another video on how to use. It's a really powerful debugger that I enjoy a lot. You can change the disassembly language, and you can run the program, look at what system call it's making, and it's useful for any Linux binaries that you're trying to look at. It also has IDA Pro, which is a disassembler for Windows, and so it's going to run that in Wine, which is why they have Wine pre-installed. They also have the Ollie debugger and strace, which is system trace, which look at the different system calls the program is looking at. And they have, please note that they have the GNU debugger and system trace in as Python, which is different than the normal binary that they come with. Another thing that I really liked about Backtrack 5 is the enhancement of the radio frequency identification tools, and it comes with a lot of different kinds. Obviously, you're going to need the hardware to run these, but just look at the list that they have. I mean, it's really come a long way since they started coming with the first RFID tools. They also have stress testing. They have network stress testing, such as Seize, Smurf, denial, floods. Basically, what this is going to do is it's going to help you look at the network, see how it's able to react to different, almost like a DDoS attack. They also have voice over IP attacks, which is invite floods, stuff like that. It's basically stress testing is basically DDoS tools. They also have WLAN testing, MDK5, which is an interesting program actually. Basically, it contains a lot of exploits that are known, weaknesses that are known against Wi-Fi networks, such as deauthorizing other people from the access point, probing the ESSIDs, authentication denial of service mode. They have a lot of different options that you can use to really mess with the system, Wi-Fi system like that. So that's another interesting thing. What else is there? Stress testing, forensics. I remember Backtrack 4 they had stuff on forensics, but they've really increased it and really made it nicely categorized. They have antivirus, digital, anti-forensics. That's TrueCrypt, which is an encryption program which helps create encrypted file systems and files that can actually have hidden partitions in them, which is an interesting little thing there. They have a lot of carving tools. Foremost and Scalpel is a great file carving tool. I use them myself. Hashing tools such as MD5 sums, stuff like that, SHA-1s. Imaging tools, which will take think of DD, but a more forensics version, so you're not going to actually mess with the disk. They have Forensic Suites, which is SleuthKit, which contains autopsy. Network Forensics, which are like Wireshark, things to look at different packets. Password Forensics, which will help, in this case, dump a SAM file on Windows. PDF Forensics, since there's a lot of new exploits out there using PDFs, it's interesting to see a new PDF forensics tools. And RAM forensics tools, which takes volatile memory, an image of it, and will actually help you analyze that. They have different reporting tools, which I actually found out they have Record My Desktop already installed. I installed it manually. Again, they have the services like the other Backtrack versions, so you can start and stop them, like MySQL, Apache, and SSH. And finally, they have a few miscellaneous things, like install dependencies, Mac Changer. Another one I just learned about was Poncha, which is a program that will help you crack CAPTCHAs. So that's really a basic overview of what Backtrack has. Overall, I'm really impressed with it. It's been redone. They spent a lot of time on it. It looks great. It definitely shows the amount of work that they spent on it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed it.